everybody. Happy Sunday night. Sunday night. We were wrapping up the weekend and it was warm. It was mostly cloudy. I want to make sure my audio is working A-OK this evening to make sure y'all can hear me. Let's make sure it's working okay. And it sounds like it is working A-OK. So if you have any questions about the forecast, feel free to shoot us a message. We'll talk more about the storms expected tomorrow night and everything in between coming up in just a bit. So 87 degrees was the high today. Look at that. It was very warm. 80 is average, and we are 7 degrees above the normal. And our morning low is at 68. Expect very similar weather for tomorrow as we head into the new work week. It's not going to be too different. However, tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up to overcast skies and even some light rain moving into San Antonio around rush hour tomorrow. So we'll chat about that in just a bit. But first, 80 degrees outside, 80 at Stinson. Southeast winds, it has been breezy all day long, 15, 20 to 25 miles an hour. So the breeze has been the big story. And here's why. You'll notice as I zoom in and show you what we got, we have a low out north, and we're in the warm side of the low. The warm sector where southerly winds are being drawn up from the Gulf of Mexico, being pushed farther north, being pulled into that area of low pressure, pretty much in eastern Colorado and western Kansas and western Oklahoma. What it's doing is also bringing in some cooler air. You'll notice the cold front draped across the desert southwest from Albuquerque to Phoenix and New Mexico and Arizona. So that's where the cooler air is moving through right now, and I'll show you what we got. Those are some of the readings this evening, 56 in Albuquerque and 74 in Phoenix. In the meantime, it is warm here. We're at 82 at Hondo, 82 at Port Lavaca, 80 here in the city, and similar numbers across the board, upper 70s, lower 80s. And here are the wind speeds. Very breezy out there this evening, so if you're heading out tonight, the next hour or two, I mean, it'll be nice. 70s and 80s, and then breezy to gusty winds under mostly cloud cover, and not much rain. Matter of fact, here's a look at radar. We'll show you what we got. We have some rain moving towards the northwest, but mainly towards Rock Springs, right? So we'll stop the clock right there. And you'll see a couple of moderate downpours moving into, let's say, Highway 377 between Sonora, Rock Springs, and Junction, the western half of the hill country. These aren't severe, but they are light to moderate downpours moving towards the northeast. We'll put on the loop right there and kind of show you the movement of these showers. Now, we're not expecting much in the city, but there may be a few sprinkles and areas of patchy drizzle into midnight. Mainly after midnight is when the coverage of light rain is going to increase in the metro and around Bexar County and around San Antonio. So that is where the rain is at right now, but expect more of that to fill in the next several hours into early tomorrow morning. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. At 10 p.m. 77, midnight 76, and morning lows should actually bottom out around 74 to 75 tomorrow morning. So it's not going to get much cooler than what it is right now. And here's your forecast for tomorrow. So Monday, a little tricky. In the morning, it'll be overcast, gray, gloomy, and mild in the middle 70s. But notice, I would say between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m., there will be scattered rain, very light in nature, mostly drizzle and patchy rain, and maybe an isolated shower through 10 a.m. and the middle of morning. But by the lunchtime hour, 1, 2 o'clock, things really dry out, and it looks like it'll be mostly cloudy, if not a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. What that's going to do is temperatures climb into the 80s. That'll start to destabilize things and get things a little bit more active tomorrow night. So you'll see after 5 p.m. is the better chance at seeing a few thunderstorms moving into the region. It's going to come in from the northwest and then push to the southeast very quickly tomorrow evening. Let me talk about what's happening. So we had a storm move into Mexico earlier this morning, earlier this weekend, and what that's doing is supplying the moisture, the remnants of Hurricane Roslyn. The cloud cover and the moisture associated with that system is moving towards the northeast, towards Texas. So that's setting up the stage for cloud cover, a lot of gray skies tomorrow morning, and even some light rain in the San Antonio area tomorrow morning. But as that front slides farther east, it's going to lift up that moisture, kind of undercut it, and then move into San Antonio Monday night, tomorrow evening, and then move farther east Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it looks like for San Antonio, best opportunity at seeing stronger thunderstorms will be Monday night, tomorrow evening. And how much rain are we looking at? Well, let's start out with the severe weather outlook. It looks like areas across the hill country, very low in chance at any storm development, probably a 1 out of 5. That will be isolated storm activity from Kerrville towards Sonora, Rock Springs, and towards the Rio Grande del Rio and Eagle Pass. But notice San Antonio pointing east of I-35, that's where we're underneath a level 2, a slight risk of severe weather, meaning coverage of rain and storms that develop tomorrow night will be isolated to scattered in nature. It's not going to be widespread, but a few thunderstorms could get heavy at times, could produce damaging winds, and even some localized heavy rain, localized isolated hail. It's not out of the question. So let's walk you through tomorrow's forecast. This is tomorrow morning, 1 a.m. pre-dawn hours. We'll go through hour by hour, and you'll see as we move into 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, light rain around, overcast skies, maybe a couple of patchy, scattered downpours. Maybe a few of them will be heavy at times, but most of this tomorrow morning will be light rain and drizzle, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. There could be a couple of moderate downpours near Seguin around sunrise, but again, it'll be mostly cloudy, overcast, and gray tomorrow morning, and even some spots slick because of some of this light rain falling tomorrow morning. And I would say probably after 10 a.m., this is when some of the rain starts to decrease in coverage. We're not going to see much after mid-morning, and you'll see by lunchtime we're mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 80s, south winds breezy tomorrow, 10 to 20 miles an hour. And then as we go throughout the afternoon, it'll be mostly dry with maybe an isolated lingering shower through 2 and 3 o'clock. But after that, that's when we start to see some storms develop out west, starting in Kerrville, Hondo, and near Bernie at first, likely around 6 to 7 p.m. So you'll see most areas tomorrow night, they start off quiet, but notice storms will develop out in Kerrville first. We're going to be at level 2 out of 5. Scattered storms are going to develop as a front dives farther south and moves through our region probably between 7 and 9 p.m. tomorrow night. The timing may change in the next coming hours just because we're getting more data in. But 9 p.m., 10 p.m. roll around. The storms are moving through San Antonio, Seguin, Floresville, Pleasanton, and some of them could be on the strong side. So we'll have to watch it very closely on radar. Bill will be here tomorrow night. And after 10 p.m., a lot of these storms are now moving farther east and southeast towards Gonzales, Hallettsville, the coastal Benin, even towards Houston. So that's the latest guidance on that. This is one forecast model. I believe that's the NAM model, the North American model. And I do want to mention average rainfall amounts. Most of you, I mean, especially if you're living in Rock Springs, Hondo, even around San Antonio, coverage is going to be scattered. So I would say on average, 100th to maybe a 10th of an inch of rainfall on average, but anywhere southeast of San Antonio could easily see upwards of 1 inch to 2 inches of rain if you're caught under one of these heavy downpours, one of these stronger thunderstorms that really get going ahead of that cold front. So we'll have to watch it very closely, but the best chance at rain tomorrow morning, just light activity, drizzle, mist, overcast skies tomorrow morning, dry in the afternoon, and then storms developing tomorrow night, likely after 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Storms will develop out in the hill country first and then push towards the southeast tomorrow night, 7, 8, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So the best chance for storms Monday night and only some light rain expected Monday morning. Tuesday, things clear out, 77, mornings in the 50s. And Tuesday, by the way, behind this cold front will be on the windy side, 15 to 25 to 30 mile an hour winds Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Near 80 on Wednesday, 81 on Thursday, and we stay pretty much near seasonal average between Tuesday and next weekend. So it's going to be nice. By Thursday night and a Friday, another rain chance. A weak storm system drops into Texas. That'll bring the cloud cover, some cooler air as well, and also scattered showers and a few thunderstorms Friday morning and Friday afternoon. Before clearing up by the last weekend of October, which, by the way, Halloween is on Monday, next Monday. So October is about done, and this is the last full week of October. It has a little bit of everything from 80 to near 90 tomorrow to 77 on Tuesday, fall-like weather through middle of next week, and then rain chances ramp back up Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday afternoon, and the next weekend is looking pretty good, highs in the 80s.